y'all. I hope you guys having a good time whenever you guys are watching this. I wanted to hop on here real quick to talk about this good news. I talked about it briefly at the end of my last episode. And I just wanted to talk more about it. I'm doing this thing where I'm taking more time to just honor and celebrate. Ooh, so sorry, y'all. I'm taking my time to just honor and celebrate where I am. To take more time to process. Whenever I cross a milestone, whenever I achieve anything, how big or small, I want to take more time to acknowledge myself, because it's so easy to just be on this loop of just going after one thing after the next. When do you ever feel like you're never gonna ever feel satisfied, actually, because we're expansive beings and we came here to expand. But that's why we need to monitor when we are on this loop of always chasing after something or trying to achieve something. Because what is that saying? Is that saying you're seeking an external validation, or seeking to feel full instead of feeling full within, and instead of feeling whole within without this thing? So whenever I accomplish anything, I remember I used to always, okay, what's next? Okay, I did that, what's next? And that really had me on this, my body, my nervous system. I realized I'm more regulated nowadays compared to how I used to be. I was always on the go. But shout outs to my Aries sun, Speaking of that, I'm about to be 30 next week. I'm going to be 30 years old, and I'm saying bye to my 20s, and I've been reflecting a lot. I actually been reflecting for basically from since last year coming into this year. I have been reflecting. I have been looking at old journal entries. Shout outs to my journal entries, because listen, don't sleep on them journal entries, because them journal entries will tell you everything. And I knew the importance of writing in my journal, and I've always enjoyed writing in my journal, but I didn't know the depth of it. I didn't know because we consume so much. There's going to be little moments of our past, or just who we were in another timeline, popping up when we are triggered, or we hear a song that reminds us of that moment, smell something that reminds us, meet someone, reconnect with somebody who reminds you of that moment. Unless that happens, we don't really get a chance to really understand how far we come. So that's why I'm always big on pictures. I'm always big on journal entries. I'm always big on just keeping notes of the things that we have experienced, because we ain't go through all these stuff for no reason. So shouts to that. I've been doing a lot of that, reflecting, self-reflecting, doing better, making better choices. I've been doing a lot of that, making healthier choices, understanding, shout out to my set in return, because I definitely understand and I acknowledge how important it is for me to have my own back and be able to stand on my own. And it's community is beautiful. I will never shut out community. Actually, it's necessary. But I also know that at the end of the day, I can count on myself, because I got my back. So, because I'm making better choices, I'm making healthier choices, and I could trust myself now. I could trust my body, trust the way I feel, trust the people around me, because I trust myself. So, yeah, I feel really good about it. I will be traveling. I think I will be vlogging. I think I said before, when it comes to my vlogs, it won't even be vlogs. It'll just be highlight reels. It'll be reels. It'll be reels together, mushed together. And I'm excited for that, because I just want to spend more time enjoying the present and just throw my phone somewhere. I'm not going to be just, oh my God, let me post. Nope. No more of that. That's something that the old Shani would do. Like, so adamant about her work that she couldn't have fun. Like, I want to have more fun. So yeah, that's happening. But also, was it this week? Because time is going by a bit. It was actually last week. So yes, last week Tuesday, I I launched my life coach sessions. I am officially a self mastery life coach, and I help people get into alignment and become their best selves so they can live their best life. And yeah, this is what I do through a lot of stuff. Like, I have so much that I come with: astrology, birth chart. You want a birth chart reading? I could do a little tarot, but for the most part, I'm coming with my realness, my rawness. Like, I'm not coming to you on no fake. I'm gonna do less cussing on this channel, by the way. If you have watched my recent episodes, then you know how I'm over here looking at the light. You know how crazy that is for me. Like, I'm a cursor. I curse a lot. It's a little flavor. Just add a little flavor, you know. But what was I even talking about just? Oh yeah, I come with I'm a channeler. I channel spirit. I channel source, and it happens so subtle, like, because we all source energy, but I have a connection that I could just tap into, and I come with that. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you about you with all respect. I don't know, Ayana, but like, just like, I'm here to give you the truth. I'm here to guide you. I'm here to help assist you with your life transformations, your transitions. Like, you just got a relationship and you need to rediscover who you are. I'm your girl. You just either quit or got fired from your job and you just need anything dealing with transformation, transitioning, rebirth, shadow work, heavy. I'm your girl. Inner child healing too. Like, I love all of that. So there is like a lot of things if you feel connected to any of the things I just said. But you can also check my bio to click on my website. It has more detailed information. I also have schedules for you guys to book. They're available. What else? And these sessions are virtual. I see myself doing in person, just not right now. I just want to work on how I see myself doing it, because I see myself doing some like extra activities in addition to virtual sessions. I want us to actually meet in person and actually get shit going, you know, like hands-on activity. You're not gonna come to me and tell me your problems. We're gonna look for solutions, and not only look for them, we're creating these solutions. So I'm very excited about this. As you can tell, like, I've always, the funny thing with life, guys, I thought me being a life coach was gonna happen like last. So basically, there's a lot of things I want to do. I could write. I definitely could act my ass off. I've done it many times. I see myself as an entertainer. I see myself as someone that just want to spread information in any way that I can through many forms of my art. There's so many things that I could contribute. So, and I've always been like the one to just go after what I like. If I like doing it, I'm doing it, you know? But I also had to come to find out, like I can't spread myself too thin. I have to focus on one thing at a time, because I want to really perfect it, and I want all my energy to be in it. So this life coach certification, the way it came about, I didn't know it was gonna be this year, y'all. I didn't know, but that's a part of my testimony when it comes to just listening. I just remember I think I was working on the book. I kept going in between the book and the jewelry. So I was already getting into that journey where it's just like, okay, I'm trying to figure out what should I focus on with what. I was still doing my posting. I was still doing YouTube. which is something else I'm trying to think about too. Like, I don't want to do so much at once. So you guys may not be seeing me a lot on this channel, but I'll be here because I'm listening to my body. That's one thing for sure. But yeah, I'm not trying to spread myself too thin. So the way the life coach came in, I just remember I was working on my book. I had kind of took myself off of social media because it was just not becoming too pleasing for me anymore at one point. I was just like, all right, I'm taking a break from you and I'm gonna go focus on art. Like, so I was in the middle of working on my book, and then I lost interest in that. You know, we could talk about the fact that the things that you actually love to do, you will end up losing interest in it because you're out of like you're bored with it, and you just don't, or you want to rest. You don't want to continue putting all your energy into that one thing. So I got bored with it, and I knew I needed to put it to the side. The funny thing is, I thought my book was going to be out around this time. I thought it was going to be out for my birthday because I'm 30, I'm just launch a book. And I had to accept that. I had expectations, but that's another thing. That's another thing with this journey is, yeah, understanding that I'm not gonna even say don't have expectations. I'm not gonna say not to have expectations, but if you're having expectations, then also be aware that you're creating a space for you to receive discomfort when that doesn't happen. So it's kind of like having the awareness, like, okay, I'm having an expectation. If this shit happen, and if it don't, I'll be good. So I had that in my mind too. I was like, yeah, after a while, I was like, yeah, I'll be fine if my book don't get published. So I just let it go. And I just remember my god sister and I was just talking, kicking it, and her name is Sherelle. You'll see her like we usually do our live tea with tea live sessions every Sunday. And she's on my other channel, Shane Love Speaks. That's where I talk all my real shit. And we was just talking about what we wanted to do because we have similar missions. And she's like, girl, let's get that life coach certification. And I was like, that wasn't on my list, but the book ain't working out right now. I'm not really feeling social media right now. Kid you not, I just got into go mode because I felt called and I felt excited, and I also was practicing listening to my body, listening to how I feel, listening to myself, and I felt good about it. So I stepped right into it, and it took me a couple of months. And even while I was doing it, I was struggling with imposter syndrome. I was learning stuff, and I was also acknowledging that some of the stuff that I learned I already knew, because I'm a life coach without the certificate. I knew that, but I also knew that I wanted to have things just put in place to just certify, let people know you could trust me. If you don't see it for yourself, then here's another thing that shows as proof that I've took enough courses and I didn't, so that was that. But I had imposter syndrome because I felt like at some point I was like, what am I doing? Questioning myself, what are you doing, sis? I can't believe you're doing this, saying that over and over again to myself, because I really couldn't believe that I was doing it, but I was doing it. I took the steps, and I was taking those steps even while I was afraid, even while I was on the edge of my seat. I was taking those steps, and I'm here now. And even with me being here, the steps I took, I didn't see it the way I'm here right now. There were many points where I was just like, okay, I have my life coach certification. What am I doing? How am I knew that I needed to have a structure. I knew I needed to have a way that my own unique way of doing things. I knew that it wouldn't require me to research anything. If anything, it would be the mundane stuff, what do I need to put in place when you have when you're having these sessions and stuff like that. But I wanted to do my way, and I remember feeling so confused and so I never did this before, so I don't know what to do. And I just remember that it easily coming to me. Like just by being, and I'm looking at myself, looking at how I'm operating, looking at how I wake up every day and how I move and how my routines look, and what do I do for my healing? What do I do for my growth? What do I do for my transitions? Oh, okay. Let me apply that. Let me structure my sessions around that, and I'm so happy I did. So I just know I am lucky to work with whoever that comes in to my path. I just know you guys are lucky too, because I got so much gems that I can't wait to share. And that's another thing. I want to create this with you. I don't want to tell you what to do. I want you to tell me what you're going to do. I do. I want, at the end of the session, I want you to look at me and be like, with so much confidence. And I'm be like, all right then. Like, that's where I want us to get to. So if you with it, like I'm with it, let's get with it, because we with it. No, I'm excited, guys. I'm so excited. I'm excited for this new journey, and I just know that it's gonna be a beautiful one. I know. I want to see if I missed anything. Covered everything. I also wanted to just close off this beautiful conversation with just words of affirmations and just inspiration, motivation. I, for one, I'm very sensitive to the energy around us, and lately it has been feeling like a little bit of a storm, but also, like, you know how they say it gotta get messy before it gets good, it gotta get ugly before it gets pretty, whatever, however they say it, because I forgot. But I feel like we're in that stage where some of us are having the time of our lives and others are just not too happy about our life. And if you're in the latter, remember that you have every control, every power in this thing to turn it all around, that you are that strong, even when you don't feel like it. Because there's many times that I have not felt it, but I knew that I had no choice, because if I stayed in that feeling, if I sat in that lower energy, my life will continue to reflect that. So I had to do what I had to do. So try to see what your options are. Look into what your current reality is telling you. See what you could do. See how creative you could get while being optimistic. Yes. Get creative, have fun. At some point, you gotta get up and be like, y'all story is getting old. The lies y'all feeding us is getting old. What you saying to me is getting old. I look around me and see that so many people like that look like me are doing it. They're living their best life, so why not me? Why can't I live my best life too? That's how we gotta start looking at it. Like, why not me? We are so worthy. We are so abundant just because we're here. There are many people that would love to be in our shoes, to be able to feel, to be able to eat, to be able to actually be a human in this game. So that's what I wanted to leave you guys with. I cannot wait to see you guys in the next upload.